everyone, welcome back to the Super Easy English Podcast. Today, we're going to talk about one of the biggest things that stops English learners from speaking naturally, translating everything in your head before you speak.
Yes, this is such a common problem. You want to say something simple, but your brain gets busy. First, you think in Portuguese. Then, you try to change it into English. And by the time you're ready, the moment is gone.
Exactly. And the problem is not that you don't know English. Many learners actually know a lot of words and grammar. The real problem is overthinking.
Right. You don't need perfect English to start speaking. You need faster access to simple English.
That's a great way to say it. Faster access to simple English. So let's make this practical. Why do people translate in their heads so much?
I think one big reason is fear. People are afraid of making mistakes, so they try to build the perfect sentence in their minds before they open their mouths.
And that sounds safe, but it actually creates more pressure.
Exactly, because real conversation moves fast. People don't wait for perfect sentences. They respond to ideas, feelings, reactions, and simple communication.
So here's the first important idea. Speaking English is not the same as taking a grammar test.
Yes, in real life, communication is more important than perfection.
Let's imagine a simple situation. Someone asks you, "How was your day?"
Many learners freeze right there.
Because in their heads, they start building a big sentence like, "Well, today was a little exhausting because I had many things to do in the morning."
When a much easier answer is, it was good, but a little busy. That's enough. That's real communication.
Exactly. Simple English is powerful. You do not need to say everything. You just need to say something clearly.
That leads us to tip number 1. Stop trying to translate full ideas. Start using ready-made phrases.
Yes, chunks, not giant sentences.
For example, instead of creating a sentence from zero every time, keep useful phrases in your mind, like, I'm not sure. Let me think. It was great. I'm a little tired. That makes sense. I don't know how to say it.
These phrases save time. They give your brain a place to stand.
That's a good image, a place to stand, because when your brain feels lost, these phrases help you stay in the conversation.
Tip number 2, answer with small sentences first.
This is so important. Many learners think they need long answers to sound intelligent, but actually, short answers help you sound more natural and more confident.
For example, if someone says, "What did you do this weekend?" you can start with, "I stayed home. I went out with my family. I watched a movie. I just rested."
And then, if you want, you can add one more detail.
Exactly. First, survive, then expand.
I love that. First survive, then expand.
Tip number 3, practice thinking in English with very small things.
Not with deep ideas, not with big emotional speeches. Start small.
Like when you wake up in the morning.
Yes, you can say in your mind, I'm sleepy. I need coffee. I'm late. Where's my phone? This is a busy day.
That kind of practice is powerful because it connects English to real life.
And that is the real goal. English should not live only in your notebook. It needs to live in your daily routine.
Let's go to tip number 4. Don't fight for perfect words. Use the words you already know.
This changes everything. Sometimes learners stop speaking because they can't find the exact word they want.
But communication is flexible. If you don't know one word, explain it with other simple words.
For example, if you forget the word stairs, maybe you can say the steps in the house.
Or if you forget receipt, you can say the paper from the store.
That's real speaking. Real speakers do this too, even in their first language sometimes.
So let's pause and say something clearly. Your job is not to sound perfect. Your job is to keep going.
Yes, keep going. That's where fluency begins.
Now let's do a quick word focus. Today's key expressions are translate in your head, freeze, ready-made phrases, keep going, and real communication.
Let's make them simple.
Translate in your head means you first create the sentence in your own language and then try to change it into English.
freeze means your mind suddenly stops and you don't know what to say.
Ready-made phrases are expressions you already know and can use quickly.
Keep going means continue speaking even if your English is not perfect.
And real communication means sharing your message clearly, even with simple words.
Before we finish, here's a small challenge for you. The next time someone asks you a simple question in English, do not search for a perfect answer.
Just answer with one short, clear sentence.
Yes, one short sentence. That's your mission.
And if you want to practice right now, answer this question. How was your day today?
Keep it simple. Maybe, it was good. It was busy. It was stressful. It was fun.
And then, if you want, you can add one more detail.
That's how speaking grows, not from pressure, but from repetition.
So remember, stop translating every thought. Start trusting simple English.
Your English does not need to be perfect to be real.
If this episode helped you, leave a comment with one simple sentence in English about your day.
And if you want more easy English practice like this, make sure to follow the Super Easy English podcast here on YouTube.
Thanks for being here with us today.
And remember, every small sentence is progress.
See you in the next episode of the Super Easy English podcast.
See you soon.
Welcome to the Super English